Hi everyone, this is Terrence McDevitt with Bluefish. I wanted to go through an issue that we ran into with a client of ours and Workdesk, and one of the default configurations of one of the plugins in Workdesk. It might trip you up. It tripped us up a little bit, dug into it a little, and then realized kind of what was going on. So we wanted to share what the solution was for you guys. Um, if I'm in Workdesk and I'm trying to copy and paste documents between folders, by default, the paste record plugin, which is available up here, will paste a reference to that document. Basically, it's creating an association, and it doesn't really indicate that it's doing that, and so it caused confusion for some of our users in that they once they changed the pasted document, they're actually changing the original as well. So I'll show you an example of that and what the solution is. So I've got this document here called Sales Pitch to Honda. Um, I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and then I'll put it into this folder called miscellaneous. I'm just going to go ahead and paste it in, um, and I've done that. So now that that document's there, you would think by default that would just be a physical copy of that, and any changes to this document would be separate from the document that we were just looking at. But that's not, in fact, the case by default. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the properties of this, and we'll call it the sales pitch to Nissan, for example. And then we'll go ahead and save and close this. And you'll notice that the file name does indeed change here, as expected. But if I go back to this Honda folder, you'll notice that the file name has changed here as well. So it's just a reference to that document, and so it's a little confusing because there's nothing to indicate that that happened. So I think what our users really expect out of paste is that it's going to paste a copy. So I'm going to go ahead and make a change here to our OW plugins file. And if you look at the OWDoc paste plugin, kind of comes out of the box with Workdesk, there is an XML element in here called insert mode, and by default that is insert mode reference. If we change that to insert mode physical copy and save that, we can now go ahead and push that change out to Workdesk, and then we'll go ahead and just refresh our plugins. So let me log out. I'll log back in as an admin and just refresh our plugin configuration. And then we'll log back in as the marketing admin. And I'm going to go ahead and take that presentation, now called Sales Pitch to Nissan, and we're going to copy it and paste it into, well, let's say this Formula One folder. So we'll go ahead and paste it in. And now, if I take the Sales Pitch to Nissan document and call it Sales Pitch to Ford, I'll go ahead and save and close this. That document, sure enough, has changed. But if I go back to the original document, you'll notice that it's no longer changed. So there's we basically made a physical copy of that. So there's a new node ref in the repository for that new document. Now they're sort of branched. So that's the trick there, is making sure that you're modifying the insert mode on the OWDoc paste plugin. Now, of course, if you wanted that functionality where you wanted to paste a reference to that document, you could have both. So you could just duplicate this plugin, call it something else, paste a link or paste a reference or something like that, and then give the appropriate users the appropriate permissions to that plugin, and that would be just fine. You could do that. But by default, for some reason, it's set to reference, and we're expecting that most users are probably going to be expecting it to be a physical copy. So I hope that helps. Thanks.